Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So before I get into this video, which is going to be a very exciting Chanel unboxing, I just want to point out a new setup that I currently have, which you may have already noticed if you heard from the audio, and maybe even just lighting. So I have a ring light in operation right here, you can see behind me. Hopefully that's not too distracting. I'm trying to make sure that my head is in front of the halo that I've created. And then I've also got a new microphone, so if I lean forward, hopefully that's a little bit clearer for you. So I know audio has been a little bit of an issue in my previous videos, so thank you to everyone who mentioned that in a very constructive way, as opposed to the people who were just, less than considerate. But I will be trying to up my YouTube game. Hopefully this works a lot better than the previous audio. But now, I totally understand the struggle that YouTubers that are full-time go through. It's quite a lot to do, especially in this heat right now. I don't think you'll be able to tell on camera, hopefully not. It's very hot here in the UK, which is something I never thought I'd say. It's about 29 degrees, so please excuse if I do sweat. I have a fan. I have multiple fans because I didn't want to put the humidifier on, which I'm dying to use at the moment. But I know it creates a fan noise, so I want to make sure there's as little background noise as possible. So anyway, housekeeping out of the way, let's get back on track. So today's video, as you can see from the title, is a very exciting Chanel unboxing, and it's not just one unboxing, it's an unboxing of 3. So as you can see from the bag and the packaging, if I just take the items out, I mean, it's sort of giveaway of what the items might be, because obviously the boxes are smaller. And for those of you that are already aware, this is of course from the Chanel Rue Cambon flagship store in Paris. So this makes it an even more exciting unboxing because I managed to go to the store that I've wanted to see for a very long time. It's the first time I ever went. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So to kick off this unboxing video, I'm going to start with, of course, the 2 pieces that I got from the Rue Cambon store. And of course, as a Chanel lover, and if you are too, this is definitely the store that is probably a bucket list thing to do. And everyone comes just for the white packaging, I suppose, as compared to the usual black packaging. So before I get into unboxing these goodies, I thought I would share with you my experience at the Rue Cambon store. So like I mentioned earlier, it was the first time I'd actually been to the Rue Cambon store. I've been to Paris actually a fair few times actually, 3 to 4 times in my life, but this time was, I suppose, the moment where I thought that I could actually afford to go and get a couple of nice bits, especially given that I'm a UK resident and I don't get tax back or anything like that, so it's less economical, I suppose, for me to go and buy big purchases as opposed to getting it from Heathrow or abroad where I could potentially get the VAT back. So went down there, and honestly it was a very magical and surreal experience for me, given that I had never been able to afford to go before. And while I do think that there are other more beautiful stores architecturally, like the new Bond Street store in London, I do still think for any Chanel lover or lover of the history behind the brand, that it is definitely a must-see if you are in the area. I will say though, despite the architectural difference, because it was a little bit of like a random street, I honestly thought it would be like lined with like designer shops and things. It was sort of a bit random, the way the Chanel building was just sort of set up with all these like roadworks and all these random buildings. The way it was hyped up in my mind and through other people, I did think that it stood out a little bit like a sore thumb on that road, but it was very magical inside. I cannot fault the experience that I had with the sales associates there. They were all very, very friendly. It was really packed, so on that road, I think that store was the one that was getting the most people inside. And I had a lovely time looking through all of their new collections, and I did do the obligatory staircase picture and all of that. And so wrapped up, I think the experience was around an hour in total, including payment. And it was a very, very happy experience. Also, I'm really sorry about the banging. I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but there is a lot of banging next door. Not in that way, just like works. I don't know why. It's really weird. It's like the afternoon. Anyway. So this is the piece that I went in specifically to get because I haven't had one of these yet in my collection, so that might give you a hint, but I'm just going to open this box right here with you. So it has obviously the beautiful camellia. It's just a plain black bag. Let's see if you have any guesses of what it is. I'm going to take the ribbon off, and this is what the box looks like with the ribbons off, and let's see if you can figure out what it is. So I'm just going to open this up with you. Any guesses yet? Okay, the last flap to be revealed. And it is... Ta-da! So as you can see, this is a Chanel brooch, and I'm so happy to be able to add this into my collection. This is probably my only brooch, actually. You know how you get ones as kids? I don't count those because they weren't really for that. I think they're more badges than brooches, but yeah. This has faux pearl details around one side, the left side, and then some, I think, cubic zirconia details on the right side. And it's got this beautiful light gold, almost like champagne hardware throughout. Would you call it hardware? Or just material? Yeah. A Chanel brooch is something that I've wanted for a very long time, and I just think brooches are the perfect accessory to make an outfit more sophisticated, edgy, just to add something a little bit extra to a plain outfit. And I know for some people brooches can be a bit too classic or maybe aging some people, and I just wanted to make sure that the brooch that I would choose would be the perfect bridge between the classy and modern. And I didn't actually have an idea of which brooch I would go for in mind before I went to the store, but the lady was super helpful and she brought me out loads and loads of trays. In fact, this particular brooch I had seen on a different tray on, like, if you've ever been to a Rue Cambon store, there are so many different sections. It's all, I believe, on one floor. This one, I believe, was in a drawer at the front, which I'd seen when walking in. I was like, oh, that's quite nice. And it was also with a pearl, complete faux pearl brooch as well. So I did mention, oh, do you have these ones also in this brooch area? And she went, and she was very kind to go and get it while she invited us to have some coffee, champagne, which I've never actually been offered, come to think of it. And it was always that sort of like a mystery, ooh, how do you get coffee and champagne at Chanel? Like, do you have to be a certain high ticket customer, like VIP or something? I didn't even know if they like charged you for it. Even just like stupid little things that I didn't even know. I'm such a novice at Chanel. But I thought it was really nice that she offered that. And it just made the experience there a lot more special. So she went into the front of the store and got like the trays of this particular brooch and the complete pearl one. The reason I went for this one, obviously there's like the classic pearl detail, which features a lot in Chanel's collections, but also because I like pearl jewelry. Pearl is my birthstone, and I know this isn't real pearl, which is a shame, but I just love the look of pearl anyway. And I did actually think I was gonna like the complete pearl one more, because it seemed more classic Chanel, but when I tried both of them on, I just love how this glistens in the light, and it's just the perfect combination. I felt that the other one's a little bit too classic for me. Not to mention the fact that it looks a lot more modern actually with this cubic zirconia detail. I would just wear it here. I think it even looks nice on here. I mean, obviously I'm wearing too much bling right now, but this actually looks really perfect with a Zara jacket that I own. And I wore that jacket actually to go and try this on because I knew I wanted a brooch, which I would always recommend. Go in with the outfit or the type of clothing that you think that you will be wearing a certain item with. It solidifies that you want this item in your collection. And I also just love the light hardware as well because I am a silver lover, but I do like the champagne touches because that means I can wear it with a lot more items, hardwares, etc., and it will complement. So I also loved how you could wear a brooch, not necessarily just here or here, you know, you could also, and I've seen a lot of Instagram girls do this, but you could put it in your hair, you can use it as a little clip or something, and you can even, I suppose, jazz up like cloth bags, I don't know. I just love the versatility with this, and it just makes every outfit just look expensive, which is always a good thing, isn't it? Oh, and I also mentioned quickly the price that I got this for, since I have the receipt with me here. And I will put the codes of these in the description box below, by the way, in case you're interested. So I actually got this brooch for 420 euros. And obviously I cannot get the tax back, so I think you'd probably save another like 10 to 15%, which is so amazing for you international people. But for me, I think the conversion also to pounds for this particular purchase was probably around the £350 mark, which is actually not too bad for a Chanel brooch, especially with all these details in it. So that's also why I was more happy to spend on like small items or even small leather goods as opposed to like bigger purchases in Paris. But I thought the pricing was pretty good for this, and I believe the all pearl one was a little bit more expensive, obviously, with the pearls. I think that was around 500 euros, but still one of the more affordable items at Chanel to get. So I think this will be the perfect accessory to match with like plain jumpers, shift dresses, just like a plain tee as well. I think it would look amazing, just to really add like an extra bit of oomph to an outfit. And with the purchase of this brooch, I honestly thought that was going to be it that I was going to buy, because obviously the exchange rates and just the fact that I can't get the VAT back would have been a barrier for me to buy more. But then the lady at the counter decided to show me a selection of another type of piece of jewellery. And originally I was really not going to go for it, but then I saw one particular thing in that set that she showed me, and I just had to buy it, and I just thought, why the hell not? It's my birthday, like, I don't even care. So I bought this next item, and you can see by the size of the box probably guess what it is. So let's have a look together and see what it is. I got some beautiful Chanel earrings. Aren't they so cute? And it's the most beautiful and dainty glass bead earrings, and I'm actually going to wear them now, because why not? Just so you can see it a little bit better when they're worn. So you can see that here. And I just think they are so cute, so dainty. And let me just, oh my gosh. I haven't worn earrings for a very long time. I don't put my hair back behind my ears a lot, but just so you can see the earrings. Oh gosh, I think they're a little bit crooked. I cannot see in the viewfinder. But yeah, these are the earrings, and if I just put my hair back to normal, I think they look so cute. I actually don't wear a lot of earrings, and yeah, I really abused my ears as a child because I wore them to sleep, which you really should not do. If any of you do that, don't do that, because it will make your ears even more delicate, like mine. And it's really kind of sad because the earrings that I wore back then were like Claire's and stuff, and they were never as nice as these. And now that I have nice earrings, of course, I'm just so scared to pull my ears or whatever. But I digress. So that's just a little bit of background. Like, I don't usually wear earrings. However, I do love earrings, and I do still wear very light earrings, so I can't wear really like heavy ones with things dangling down and like really big chunky earrings. I just can't do that, and it actually starts to hurt my ears. Like, some of you might be blessed with, you know, a bit more of a Buddha lobe, which is like a bit thicker at the bottom. Mine are like the opposite. It gets like skinnier further down my ear. But I do wear studs and things, and I do like to have a little bit of earring peeking through my hair. I think it looks really nice. Another requirement that I also had with like finding earrings was that they couldn't be too fussy. And what I mean by that is that they couldn't have too many bits on them. I've done a lot of research online through other people's YouTube videos as well, and the general consensus is that you shouldn't really buy Chanel earrings with like loads of stones, loads of bits, because they will fall off, and although they can replace it, it's quite a long-winded process. I think it will take several months, and then it will only just happen again. So it's not really worth it in the long run, especially if you pay so much money for them. So bearing that in mind, I had a very strict criteria, you could say, towards getting earrings, and so I just didn't think it would happen for me at the Chanel Rue Cambon store, but alas, I found a pair that I really liked. So what I really love about these earrings, first of all, they are dainty and not in your face. Like, I don't, even though I like luxury goods, I don't want to be like screaming out like, look at me and my Chanel earrings, you know? I like that they are very subtle, they're dainty, they don't have loads of bits in them, which obviously is a good thing in terms of being a little bit more on the down low. They're less flashy, but also, given that I mentioned the lack of, you know, stones and things stuck on the earrings, they literally are just plain at the top here, and obviously plain at the bottom, bar these glass beads. So very easy to maintain, don't have to worry about things falling out. Having like little bits fall out and then the whole thing just looks kind of weird. So I immediately was drawn to these because of that alone. But I also really love the iridescent style bead at the bottom, and it was the only one actually that had this dainty little bead detail. Everything else is quite heavy with like chains or stones in it, and I just love the simplicity of it. It's iridescent, it just changes colour in the light, which I really like, and I love the fact that the bead is so weightless. I don't even really feel that they're there. So yeah, these earrings just for every requirement that I had. They were also pretty good in terms of price. So the price that I paid in euros was 300 euros, which is around, I suppose, £250. So overall I actually paid to these two items together about £630, which is actually pretty good in my opinion for small goods compared to the UK. Yeah, I was very happy with these purchases, and yeah, I love how these look. Really goes well with my outfit today actually, all blue. So yeah, that's everything from the Rue Cambon store. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to get into my final item to unbox, and it's in the black box. This was a present given to me by my mum for my birthday, which I really appreciate because I think she gathered my love for Chanel was quite apparent. I'm just gonna peel this open and show you what's inside. So any guesses on this final piece? So I got a beautiful and really rather cute Chanel necklace with these cute little ladybird details on it. I absolutely love this. This is so cute. And it's in this, I suppose, again, sort of champagne-y hardware. And there's little pearl details in the ladybirds as well, which is carrying on a certain theme, I suppose. I'm gonna take this out to show you the entirety because it's really pretty all over the chain as well. So as you can see, the pearl details are also at the side here and also at the top near the clasp. So I don't have the receipt obviously with me, but I presume a necklace will be around £500, something like that. I haven't ever really looked at necklaces, and to be quite honest with you, this style is not something that I would have usually bought for myself or thought to bought. However, I really appreciate like the thought that went into choosing a necklace like this, because obviously I mentioned earlier with my love of pearls, because of like the birthstone stuff, and also like it's quite significant in Asian culture as well. The ladybirds also is significant to me, I suppose, in the sense that, okay, first of all, red is my favourite colour. I don't think I've ever publicised that, but red is my favourite colour. It's like we're like 10 years old, red is my favourite. And I used to be obsessed with ladybirds. I used to sort of just have them as like my pets in my garden. I used to feed them leaves and things when I was a kid. So yeah, I don't know if she really thought that far ahead in advance, like, oh, this is what I'm going to get her because of these X, Y, and Z reasons. But if I just turn that around, let's just pretend I've got a choker or something, and just imagine how cute it looks. I know this is totally not the way to show off a necklace, but I think it looks super cute. Also with like, just like casual tees and things like that. And I like how it's not, again, too flashy. I also love how there's one big ladybird and one little one, so it's like my mum and me. That's so cute. God, I'm reading too much into this. I'm definitely reading too much into this. And also, something that I forgot to mention is that when my mum gave this to me, she actually also gave me a birthday card that was from Chanel, which I didn't even know they did. Didn't know they did birthday cards. Apparently, she was having a nice old banter with one of the sales associates, and she mentioned it was for my birthday, and they gave her a card. So I got a really lovely card from them. So yeah, this is the birthday card that I got from my mum from Chanel, which I didn't even know that they did. I wonder if they did, like, I don't know, Christmas cards. It doesn't say Chanel or anything on the back, but it says it on the inside. And yeah, I think it's so cute that they gave this with her purchase. So yeah, absolutely love this. I think this is gonna look great with like casual outfits. It's not super flashy or anything compared to like maybe what a brooch would be due to the size of it. But yeah, I absolutely love how this looks. So guys, that's it for my unboxing video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favourite pieces are below and what your experiences were in the Rue Cambon store if you have indeed been. That's it from me. I've spoken enough. I'm now going to go and fan myself off. It's just really hot. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.